River thinks highly of me. River thinks I can do no wrong. River thinks I am highly experienced. River just exploded! Well, that's about what I expected to have happen. That's about it I expected to have happen. Oh man, those are two high-fiving orangutans, is what that is. A light in the darkness, a bearded man, a mushroom cloud, head on a pillow. It's none of these. Oh, I do kind of see the bearded man now that I take a second look at it. That is two high-fiving monkeys. That is not any of these options. Come on now. Hang on, did anyone shit? Someone literally just shit. I just saw it go down. Oh, it's a poop party over here. It's a fecal fiesta. Stop it. This is not the life we lead. I'm getting out of here, you fucking freaks. Balls. This looks like a face. Looks like a scary face.
What?
Yeah, it's like a face over here. It's like, I'm full of bugs.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm not gonna touch that. Been here for like 2 seconds. You've already got like sand madness.
Oh look, it's like way off in the distance. You can see the face.
What?
Oh hey, I found this.
Hey. Well, I don't think that's how that works.
Hey fellas. Okay. I think my game crashed. Hang on, I think my game crashed. Oh boy, so many things have broken. So many things have broken at once. Okay, F11 didn't do anything. F12, okay, F12 didn't do anything. I mean, yeah, Wait, no, wait, hang on. Alt F4 did something. Finally, I tapped back into something and it gave me an option. Wait, we're back. This just goes to prove it. You do something long enough and it'll work. You press enough buttons. Something's bound to work out. Let's load up New Vegas again. That was weird. That NPC, that bandit, whatever the hell it was, that was a load-bearing NPC. That dude died and broke everything. That dude was the coconut in the TF2 code that bears everything.
If you're not careful, you can. Like, don't jump yet.
Oh no.
I just said don't jump.
I know. The timing.
So, my heart rate is electric.
Literally, as soon as I said don't jump yet, you jumped.
Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I have to fix elf meditation again because it doesn't want to play in my ear holes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my stream. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. My name is Clive. AMD, fuck off. I don't want to turn on your shit. Welcome to my stream. Oh god, my camera is not happy today. Let me tell you. Hello, but I saw we have Kurozu, Unsanity, and Maniacs over on YouTube. Hello, welcome. Hope I'm having a lovely whatever time of day be for you. Too early? Yeah, you're fine. Pan. I just sat down. Who starts a conversation like that? I'm kidding. Hope you're doing okay. But hello, welcome. Boat number 8, boat number 9, come back to the fishing port. Okay, here's a streamly joke. Hang on. But then also on the Twitch side, I saw we have Rengear, Pan, Mild Rhetoric, and Give Me Stuff. Thank you so much for your contribution, Skeleton War. The lads at Frontline, I always appreciate it. But they harvested my piss, bruh, is what a thing to say. I hope you're doing alright, damn. But hello, welcome, Rengear, Pan, Rhetoric, and Give Me Stuff. I hope you're all having a lovely day as well. What expensive plastic are we painting today? We're painting these expensive little boys and theys and ladies, because they're skeletons. You can't really tell whomst they be or how they identify. But yeah, I'm still painting skeletons. It took all of my being to not keep putting together my Blood Bowl starting kit though, because I'm bad with money and I couldn't help myself. But I was like, no, I need to paint skeletons. I am a skeleton. I need to finish painting these. I'm putting them together while my wife and I are hanging out, watching To Your Eternity, which is a show that I said I would not watch because I know it would make me sad. And guess what? It makes me sad! So, yeah. Anyway, boat number 8, boat number 9, come back to the fishing port. Boat number 5, we only have 8 boats. Boat 7, boat 6, you doing okay? That's funny. That's a good one. I like that. That's really funny. But yes, welcome, one and all, to another painting stream. I figured I'm gonna paint. I'm just gonna do these painting streams until I'm done with these skeletons, because I don't have anything else that's primed yet. I could put together my Blood Bowl stuff, but I was kind of thinking, you know what? I think it might be time I play another comfort game. I think maybe it's time I play Banjo-Tooie. So that might be something I do next week, or depending on how long it takes me to finish these skeletons. Excuse me, I'm adjusting my mic arm here because it's being weird. But yeah, doing good. Just had some medical examinations in the morning. Ah, gotcha. Well, I'm glad you're doing okay. Is that Age of Sigmar D&D? This is Sigmar. This is more Sigmar stuff. These are Death Rattle skeletons for my Soulblight Gravelords. So this is more Sigmar stuff. Ad just started. Wondrous. But yeah, no, it's kind of just figured I'd do some more painting. Get some more skellies painted up. I don't know how far I'm gonna get today. My hope is that I can get the second base of Iron Warriors on these 2 skeletons, and honestly, I want to get these 4. I want to get the Iron Warriors on these 4 remaining skeletons, because then I can move on to, I believe, I can move on to doing my Runelord Brass on everybody. I think we'll be. Oh wait, you know what I should grab? I have to. I'll be right back. I need to go get my. I can also do. Potentially, no, I can't. It'll be metallic in there, and then it'll ruin the contrast paint. I could do my wildwood also, because I know I missed a bunch of straps, like on the back of the legs and on the the bracers on the arms here. There's some there. I could do those really quick. They don't take that long. Probably want to get a smaller brush for that. Oh, I'm so unprepared. I'm so unprepared. Let me be right back. Okay, I'm back. I grabbed my wildwood. I'm gonna start with the wildwood, actually. I was talking about it. Grab my wildwood. I'm gonna do the leather straps that need leathering up. Because that needs to happen. I need to do that. Anyway, To Your Eternity is a good anime. It is. Episode 12 ruined me, though. Because it was very sad. Very upsetting. But it's been good. It's been very good. The thing is, I had no doubts that To Your Eternity was bad, or that I had no doubts that it was good, I should say. It's just extremely upsetting. Let me see. Rhetoric also, I saw someone who did Cherry Blossom Sigmar Druid, and I was so in awe to play this, but my brother does 40k, so gotcha. Might get your staples on Thursday? Hell yeah, Pan. I did think I wanted to do a Cherry Blossom, like, if I get into Lumineth Realm Lords as a other Sigmar army, which I'm nowhere near doing, because I don't even really have everything that I want for my Gravelords. And bad enough I'm starting Blood Bowl now. But I really wanted to do a Cherry Blossom themed Lumineth Realm Lords. Thank you for the hydrate, Rengear. Everybody take a sip. Thank you. But a Cherry Blossom Sylvaneth would be super cool too. I think I was talking to my wife about it because she's kind of like eyeing Sylvaneth, but she's already doing like Skaven and Seraphon. But look, Sylvaneth is kind of cool, but we were talking about doing like a birch themed Sylvaneth. And Sylvaneth is like a bunch of like druids and like dryads and like tree people, like plant people type things. It's super cool. But anyway, yeah. All right, I'm trying to shake up my wildwood here. Am I shaking Isn't Birch Sylvaneth a really cool idea? We were talking about it because I was like, that'd be really fun. That'd be a super cool paint scheme. Alright, I got a different brush. I think it's a little bit smaller than this one. Never mind, they're the same size. Never mind, they're the same size. But is Weaver. So I'm going to try and not spill my contrast paint everywhere. You hate Silent Orchestra? I have yet to experience Silent Orchestra. There's a part of me that hopes I get it in season 2. I keep saying this. I feel like I'm dragging, like I'm like oh, what's the term I'm looking for? Leading you on. Grab things for Country Skeleton War. As a friend line, always appreciated. I feel like I'm leading you on with how often I talk about, like, yeah, season 2 of Lobotomy Corporation. You know, it's coming. It's coming. I still have full intention of doing it once we get on the Graveyard Keeper. I just haven't played Graveyard Keeper for like a month, so I just haven't been able to. I still intend to. I still intend to. We just need to actually get through a game. Mindy, hello. Welcome. Welcome to my stream. Hope you're having a lovely whatever time of day it be for you. But like, I hope there's some that I hope that I get, because I want to experience them, as awful as they might end up being. Silent Orchestra is one of them. And honestly, I kind of hope I get Big Bad too. I know nothing about Big Bad, but that'd just be one that I would think I want to experience. It's still coming, like Elder Scrolls 6. Yeah, I might have, like Elder Scrolls 6, I might have teased season 2 of LobCorp a little too early. My Esper almost killed the lizard? Hell yeah. You know what I would do since I'm Canadian? I make Birch Sylvaneth and put like little toy beavers in the trees. And I just Birch beaver. That would be so cute. I would love that. Just have a bunch of little. I can't tell if that's just their hand or yeah. I'm just gonna go. That's just their wrist. Oh, I actually did the straps on this dude. Well, I'm thinking. Oh yeah, I haven't done anything with you. I was like, why is it so white? And it's because I haven't actually painted any of the metal yet on this one. That's why he's so white. So you don't follow the rules, it will end your run. Well, yeah. Big Bad is really easy unless you have Little Red. That's fair. I'm honestly surprised that I got Little Red and never got either Big Bad or the Huntsman. I thought for sure that would end up being like oh yeah, you have like a higher chance, or kind of like how Yin and Yang work, where it eventually becomes mandatory, or like it becomes guaranteed, but not the case. But it's coming. I got a little bit of weird fuzz there, I just blew off. So right now, you're not going to see it because it won't go into focus, but there's like little straps on the back of their legs where it's affixing like their greaves or like their bracers under their arms here. I'm just putting a little bit of some dark brown contrast paint, just so it has like a bit of a brighter, like of a deeper contrast with the skeleton's arm, but also just so, you know, it actually looks like there's leather holding it together. I chipped off some red on you. What the fuck? There. Looks a little odd, but if I do a little bit of blending here, it won't look too weird. Still looks weird, but I'm too lazy to go get the red. So, dude's just got a shit stain. They're skeletons, I don't. The amount of details in these models is super impressive to me. It's too much. it's too much on these skeletons, considering you have to paint like at least 40 of them for a full Sigmar army. That said, putting together the Blood Bowl models, there's even more. Did I do the straps on you? Never mind. Hornblower got the straps. Is insane. There's so much detail on the Blood Bowl models. Pretty details. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, they're expensive because you usually end up getting them in like bulk buys. Because I was looking at it, I was like, if I were to get like a box of these guys, a box of Death Rattle skeletons, for like D&D, if I wasn't into Warhammer or anything like that, and I was like, you know what, I just need some skeletons because I want to run like an undead themed game or whatnot. Which is more cost effective, to buy a box of Death Rattle skeletons, or to go out and buy a bunch of like 2-pack skeletons that WizKids sells, or something like that? And you get a box of, I think, 20 Death Rattle skeletons. I think it's like $50. Might be more now because I think the prices went up. You can buy a bunch of 2-packs of the WizKids stuff for like $6. So then I think if you wanted to get 20 of those, you have to take 10 times 6, which is $60. So really, at the end of the day, like, it's still cheaper if you wanted to get like bulk buy these models to do it this way. It's just that you end up dropping it more all at once, kind of a thing. You know, bulk buy versus buying individually. Which I think the real takeaway from that is hobbying in all its forms, when it comes to miniatures at the very least, is expensive. Unfortunately. What is that annoying little... What are you doing, prick? I hate guide bristles. I hate them. I despise them. Anyway, I want to be in chat to give you a little help when you do Lovecore Season 2. It's going to show you the secret. There's so much more to cut to, man. You know, just get this, just pop some on the background. Pop some on the background, and then you can get that art and done real easy. Alright, I'm just making sure I'm like, okay, you got your straps, did. I was really inconsistent. Oh crap, thanks for the joke. We got a joke. Here, let me get it pulled up quicker. I'm just going to use my computer because I can. Benefits of doing one of these streams. Let me see here. Let me pull up a joke for you, maybe, if keep notes load for me. Let me see. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and pause, mute health meditation here so we can get the joke. Here we go. This one's dumb. What do you get a man with the heart of a lion? A lifetime ban from the zoo. Oh, it's a dumb one. Anyway, non-binary. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hope we're having a lovely whatever time of day be for you. I'm just painting some minis, telling some jokes. The usual. YouTube chat's getting dunked. Something like that. They're chilling out. Did you get strapped? You didn't get strapped. Maniacs. Let's see. To put the amount of art I have to do. Perspective, I have to do 130 art bids for the cards themselves, include all 60 story spreads and comments. Goodness gracious. The minimum composer for this game, good and is gracious. That's a lot. I mean, here's the thing. I'm second monitor entertainment. Just have me on in the background, and do your arting. Just vibe. Our DM did not know Esper beforehand, so he takes every chance he gets to point out how creepy his stare is. I mean, yeah, that was a meme for a long while. The Esper stare, because it is unsettling. Esper is kind of an unsettling Pokemon. Also, the fact that is it Esper that I'm thinking of, that they're basically Mob from Mob Psycho 100. Like, if they get overstressed, they can cause a psychic disturbance in like a 60-mile radius or something like that. That feels like an exaggeration. I thought I saw something like that, or that's something I remember from their lore. Oh, there was a great plastic guy I have to take care of. Yeah, Julie rolls. Also, welcome over to my lovely day. But I've got a lot. I've got a lot in these streams. These very few streams that I've done are an excuse for me to try and plug away at some of my expensive gray plastic. To put it into perspective, chat, I have not painted anything more of my Stormcast. The guy, the single guy that I did for the last series of painting streams, I haven't touched that guy or any more of that army since then. He remains to be the only painted. Well, that's not true. There's one that's like halfway painted, maybe less than, maybe like 40% painted. I'm flooding. I just love chatting here. Oh, you're good on sanity. You're good. 9 out of 200 plus art dozens and 4 out of 20 Blaze It songs made. Like I said. Oh yeah, that's what I was afraid of. You're gonna just soak that up. Oh well, whatever. That's right, a Psyduck or Esper. Oh, Psyduck does have something like that, didn't they? Try to tell Ray that Skeleton have a hat. Yeah, well, some of them have hats. These two are hatless. Okay, well, actually, you can see them there because they're behind me. They're hatless, but everyone else has a hat. Alright, so my plan is I'm going to do the two here that don't have any of the Iron Warriors on them first. Hopefully they'll dry, and I'll be able to put their second coat on them while I'm doing the second coat on these two here. I don't know, watch the Esper episode from Pokemon XY. To be honest, I have not watched like many Pokemon in quite some time. I wanted to. I've got some like little two big things here. Some of my paint got caught up in the well here. Come on, just give it to me. Just you rat bastard. You son of a bitch, you. I'm getting paint all over my hands. Alright, just do this. Come on. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna put that. 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 I'm just gonna put that right there. Oh yeah. It's like peeling off a scab. I realize the rim of this pot is very crusted over, which is not ideal. I mean, I've got fingernails right now. Can I get this off? Some good old paint peeling, yep. Alright, that's not too bad actually. That's fine. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Now I just have silver all over my shit. What am I testing it? Maybe. Potentially. Can't say I'd be great at testing. I've never done any QA things before. Okay. Sorry, the skeleton hat just awful kind of makes something. Yeah, I'm still hatless. Especially in this form. In this static form. anything crap. They're just my specialty. Man, I was watching stream, a Ray stream where, or I guess I was watching the VOD, playing, was it Bubble Bobble, whatever it is, and them playing with like the duplicator weapon, and that was something else. Then we're drawing right because my toaster gave me a giant burn. Ooh, that's not good. Exposed flesh my point here. That's not good. Damn. Take care of that. Put some like aloe vera on it. Make sure it doesn't get infected. Burns are no fucking joke. I burnt my wrist pretty badly a few years ago. Because my wife and I were making chimichangas and I was frying them. And I went to put one in and it just splashed oil, like hot oil, all up like my wrist here. Yeah, it was pretty rough. It wasn't great. But I got some like soothing aloe stuff. Wrapped it up so it wouldn't get infected. And I mean, minimal scarring? I think it's there's a little discoloration right here. This was the worst of it, but yeah, burns are no joke. So take care of that, especially on your finger. Fingers are hard to heal because you're always using them like they're like your feet. I've done Steve Buscemi, the female puppy. She got her baby teeth. Oh, she like teething on stuff. She's mouthing a bunch of stuff. Goodness gracious. Bobble Battle is so good. It looked like a fun time. It looked like a really fun party game. It looked like just like a goofy. Now, it also kind of reminded me a lot of like Move or Die. Not so much in like what you do regarding mechanics wise, but just like it being that type of like party game. Not that it's a bad thing. I was just watching it, I was like, oh, this looks like the same like vibes as Move or Die. What else? Like, let's just slash my finger with a knife. Goodness gracious. You got your meat gloves, yeah. Love to bite toes, yeah. Gaki Bull, hello, welcome. Hope you're having a lovely, whatever time of day it be for you. Just painting, talking about stuff, talking about Pan's puppy. Oh, painting skeletons. Usually I was making a piece or something and I touched the hot pan without a mitt, no scars though. Oh, God, that's rough. Ugh. It be night, yeah. Kind of figured as such. I don't think you're. I don't think we're in the same time zone, but I know we're close enough, so it doesn't matter. Sorry, I was collecting scars like Infinity Stones. Just have scars on each of the knuckles. Like my hands are probably like more scarred than I think because they're just dry and they crack all the time. Weather has been not kind to me these last couple of weeks. That seems a little thick. I think I decided to do something I didn't think about putting one on. Oh, that's valid. There are times I have to stop myself from grabbing stuff out of the oven without mitts on, or at least without a mitt on. I'll be like, yeah, just grab it. And I have to like actively stop myself and be like, no. Or like I'll grab a hot sheet out of the oven, and then I'll think like, okay, just adjust it real quick. Like reflexively, I think like, okay, just adjust it a little bit, and you'll be good to go. And I've stopped myself and be like, no, put the mitt on. That's still very hot, you doofus. Which Sephiroth I should draw first? Oh, I don't know. I don't remember a lot of the Sephiroth's name. It's one of the, I think it's like passive memory for me. Like once I start playing again, I'll be like, oh, that's right, that's your name. But right now it's like I I remember Gibra, and Typhorith, and Hod. I just remember a few more than I thought I did. Netzak. But for some reason, I always think of like Netrunner with Netzak for some reason. I don't know why. It's not even like network or anything like that. It's like it's specifically, I think I've never even played Netrunner, and yet I'm like, yeah, Netrunner. That the green-haired stoner guy from the Water Corporation. I don't recognize the specific Skelly boy. What kind of Skelly boys are they? They're the Death Rattle skeletons from Games Workshop's Age of Sigmar line for Soulblight Gravelords. I don't think these are terribly new, but I think they got a refresh some time ago. They're definitely not like the old world skeletons. I know that much. Or alternatively, if you're not familiar with Age of Sigmar line, then never got an AOS. Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Age of Sigmar is not that popular of a game, so it's fine. Gibra, Hod, and Netzak are Chesed. I would say Hod. That would be who I say start with. For no particular reason, honestly. They have the shortest name, so obviously they're going to be the easiest to draw. That's just how that works. I don't make the rules. But yeah, no, like Sigmar is not as big as even though I'm not like huge into it. Like I don't play that often. Like I play often enough that I'm like, yeah, this is a good time. I'm playing a bit more now recently, but even in my own local scene, like even Bloodborne, or not Bloodborne, fucking Bloodborne. Why did I think Bloodborne? I haven't thought of Bloodborne in a while. I should play Bloodborne at some point. Blood Bowl apparently has a huge local following around where I live, which caught me off guard because Blood Bowl seems like such a secondary game. But it has a bigger local scene than Age of Sigmar does. So yeah. As of Roland, a very important character, 2 level. Gotcha. See, the Roland I know is Roland Borderlands. So yeah, I would not have known. Someone to play. I'm back. Hello, Kudos. Welcome back. How did it go? Goggenpool. I'm currently having to whoop some butt. I'm also trying to cuss less. Gotcha. Fair. Hey, respectable. Because one of my friends took advantage of my safe harbor rule, and our music came shouting and pounding my door. I was pretty confused, but he did hit me inside with a bat, and now I got all the splinters out. I'm currently resting. Goodness gracious, yeah, please take it easy. Being the superhuman that you are. Both morally and physically. Goodness gracious, yeah, recover well. We're just vibing tonight. Well, I try and not make an ass of myself, which just feels like every day. This really stream can count as an ASMR. Could it? I mean, maybe. I wouldn't doubt you. And I wouldn't have any problems with it being considered as such. It's just more that I know I will not maintain a consistent level of speech. If something excites me or upsets me, I will lose composure. I hate the backs of this shit out here. There's like the back part of where the breastplate meets the leather straps. It's such a pain in the ass to get back there. So I have a secondary brush I can use to maybe clean up some mistakes here because there's a streak of silver back here. Good enough. Ravicons have experienced the Clive chat room. Yeah. Mentally, it's laughing. I'm trying to stay as positive as I can. I feel that, non-binary. I feel that. Tenders or supervise around much quicker than they do around default too. There's a part of me that would think that maybe it's a. It might not even be like a conscious effort. It's just that it's like a fight or flight thing. Maybe it's like an intimidation type thing because of your size. That's just what instinctually someone would resort to. I'm not a psychologist or anything like that, so I couldn't even begin to be qualified. But that would might be a thought that I would have. Talk about you're good non-binary. You don't have to share anything. I would actually, probably for your own safety, encourage you to share as little as possible. But that's just kind of in general for any chat rooms that you enter, be it Twitch or YouTube or anywhere else for that matter. Just keep yourself safe out there. In all honesty, I probably overshare for my own good. I'm sorry. I'm a little on edge now that I fucked up back here as much as I did. No, oh my god, I gotta be careful, otherwise the rest is gonna look like absolute dog shit. Yeah, no, you do. You do reserve the right. You can complain as much as you damn well please. You get hit with a bat? Fuck. I'm just eating my midnight waffles right now. Midnight waffles, hell yeah. Midnight breakfast. I'll try to make every time I waffle. I'm making it look as much like a fancy commercial as possible. The slow syrup down the sides and buttercup on top. No, I just put some Eggo waffles in the microwave, in the fucking toaster. They pop up. Put some peanut butter on them. I do like swirl the syrup around, like I put it on top and then like off to the side for more dipping action. But that's about it. These real surface are what I like to use commercials. Yeah. You haven't lived, crap. Motor oil on your waffles? Come on now. Kidding. Please don't put motor oil on your waffles or pancakes or sausage links or whatever you put the syrup on. Glad you haven't watched this, but I am not Kadozu. That is one that I still have not watched yet. Still intend to. My wife and I still do. Just haven't yet. Tended pizza for midnight food. Just something about sitting in a dark, quiet room with YouTube playing on your phone, eating an oven pizza. It's just epitome of pizza. It's a good time. Yeah, you know, that is a good time. I've been struggling to like find consistent things to watch on YouTube anymore. Like I'm caught up on a lot of stuff that I usually watch. Back in the day when I could just watch like when YouTubers were more of a thing, because I feel like YouTubers have changed rather significantly since I was like in high school. Like, right? Like you watch like Yogscast and Achievement Hunter and CNanners. Like, now granted, these are all very like very specific things, but like there's no one like that. Like the Game Grumps are probably one of the closest like legacy things, and like the Yogscast is having like somewhat of a secondary renaissance now. So there's always like those I can watch, but like I feel like I'm running out of things to just watch on YouTube, which is an insane thing to say because there's so much content. Like YouTube has a problem with hundreds of millions, if not billions at this point, of video being uploaded to it every minute or whatever the hell it is. To me, just be like, there's just nothing to watch. It's the TV problem, but for the modern age. All these channels, nothing to watch. Sitting at dark eating waffles, hell yeah. Hey, you know, all's valid. There's my evening plans. I'm watching Mike Burns' Fireball. He plays pretty long. It's still ongoing. It's an excellent thing to watch, both intently, like paying full attention to your background noise as opposed to two formulas you're talking. Oh, interesting. Distracted was a good option. Or Behind the Bastards. I heard Behind the Bastards is really good. I feel like a bit like Behind the Bastards would just piss me off though, especially since I know that they've talked about modern bastards or like bastards that are still alive, and I have this feeling that I would watch this and be like, why haven't we killed this dude yet? Not advocating violence, but I'd be like, this person's awful. Why do we suffer them? Like, fuck. I was making Drawfee. Drawfee was in my recommended for a while, but then YouTube picked up that I just wasn't watching them. Oh, but Distractable is my travel listen. Like I download a bunch of episodes for them if I'm going for like a long drive or like a flight. I'll have Distractable on. And I do really like Distractable. It's a good podcast. Markiplier, Wade, Bob. Good time. Good times. It sucks though, like when you're on a flight and you're listening to it and they do they say something really just off the wall, and then you have to contain yourself just giggling in your plane seat. Black and white, I mean, the first time I joined a mom to go live in Canada, place the billionaires. Billionaires just shouldn't fucking exist. Like, just kind of point blank, because the only way to become a billionaire is to exploit hundreds, if not thousands, of other people, or take advantage of government handouts, which they then fucking complain about. But that's neither here nor there. Maniacs. I mean, listen to podcasts on YouTube nowadays. Something to listen to instead of watch it, and that doesn't grab my attention anymore. Yeah, kind of same. I usually just listen to a lot of like I listen to a lot of YouTube stuff. I don't even necessarily watch it anymore. What's up? Okay, sounds good. Yeah, just finished waffles. Gonna head out. Sounds good, Crab. Hope you had enjoyed your waffles. If you're heading out, have a good one. Take care of yourself. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sharing that you had waffles. Making me hungry again, even though I had dinner. Kidding. Yeah, the Bastards taught me very much the fact that is that at the end of the drone pilot's tour of duty, when they tell them the number of people that kill, which I find fucked. That is extremely fucked up. What? I cannot imagine, like at a certain point being a drone pilot, right? You kind of separate what you're doing. I imagine there's a level of separation there because you're not actually on the ground doing anything. You are piloting the drone still. But then to be offloaded, like at the end, like, oh yeah, by the way, you've killed, 100 people, whatever it ends up being. I don't know what drone pilot statistics are. At the end there, I feel like that would really fuck you up. Like the weight of that settling in on you. That's awful. Minecraft trying to implement a thirst mechanic when the end update though. Thirst mechanic? What? Try implementing also a thirst mechanic? It's kind of funny, like we have the hunger mechanic and kind of just take it for granted, but I don't think Minecraft originally had a hunger mechanic. Oh man, I'm just a clumsy bitch is all I am. bit. A few years ago, I didn't like Game Grumps to my power almost because I didn't like the humor they did, but now I do because I started to like their kind of humor. Humor does change over time. I've not been keeping up. The thing is, I could watch the Game Grumps. Going back to the conversation about how like I don't feel like there's like much in the way of the things that I like to watch on YouTube. I don't feel like that YouTube exists anymore, which is a sad thing to think about. But I do still like watching the Grumps every now and then, and I have a backlog because I haven't watched them for a hot minute now. Which is, in all reality, what usually happens. I don't watch them for a while, and I'm like, oh, I can just watch Game Grumps. So find something out there to watch. I'm like, alright, cool. Now I can watch stuff for a few months, and then I get caught up, or they start playing stuff that I don't overwhelmingly care about, and I'm like, alright, well, I guess I'll pause for a little bit. Come back later. I've also talked with friends about how I think we should have places to work. Remember to Congress and first. I'll acknowledge if you were found to be taking projecting outside of the most interesting because you prefer to be into medical testing. Medical testing. Nice versus we came up with fair. I mean, I just think there should be a fucking, like, term limit for Congress. I also think that there should be an age limit, but then that gets into age discrimination. I know that's not necessarily a great thing, but I don't think 80-year-olds should be running the country. Because I think that's just... really not ideal for anybody, but that's just me. Because my mom, who loves Twilight, doesn't like superhero movies, was watching. What was that? Renfield? The one with Nicolas Cage as Dracula? That's my guess. Or Underworld. Underworld would be a wild one. I was like, any person that votes for a war should be listed whichever armed servicing people. Fair. Morbius. I mean, fair, I guess. I still haven't watched Morbius. Mostly because I don't care to. I don't care how memeable it is. It looked bad. It's just a lot, man. Morbius? It's Morbin time. I loved it when he morbed, when he said it's Morbin time, and then he morbed all over those guys. I love that Sony was like, man, people are really memeing on our movie. They must love it. And they put it back in the theaters, and we're like, no one wants this. No one wants to see this movie. And they lost a boatload of money on it. I just think that's really funny and really neat. For moving to reality, I've been apologizing for longer 30 years. Yeah, no. Well, also, lobbying is, in the States, the root of many an evil. Legal bribery is all it is. Curse you, Reagan. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. This is not a politics stream, unless we're talking about how we won't pay the bone taxes to the Austric Bone Reapers. We will not be paying our bone taxes. Logging should be illegal. It's literally that's all it is. Thank you for contributing to the war. God, both lads in Frontline. Always appreciated. I didn't know the guy from Doctor Who was in it. Oh, Matt Smith? Yeah, he's in Morbius. Is it Matt Smith? I think it's Matt Smith. Minecraft movie I refuse to see because we're wrong with Minecraft in general, not because it looks like ass. Yeah, the thing is, like, I've seen a bunch of people who are like, "Yo, we're gonna go see the Minecraft movie." Like, we're gonna go see it. It's got Jack Black. Jack Black, I feel, has lost some of his sheen, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's a hot take. Not mine. I think she's got what that's a front line. Always appreciate it. But two, it just looks bad. I mean, Jared Leto was in it, and no one else. Michael Keaton's in it. Briefly, for like one scene. Because Sony was trying to be like, oh, this is part of the Spider-Verse. Ho, 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 ho. No, it isn't. Because we don't... Because the thing is, I don't want to defend Marvel and the MCU that much, and or Disney. But I think both companies have been a little shitty to each other. It's very much like, you don't get to play with my toys. I feel like two children arguing a lot of the time. But that's my opinion. Back, and I drew the Typhorith card. Hell yeah, insanity. But yeah. I am probably not going to go see the Minecraft movie because it looks very bad. Every politician should do an ethics test. Yeah. Ethical demand of the office because you do not have the ability to see that your actions are hurting your constituents, the country, the whole United States, country. I don't want to make my home safe. Literally, you're moving entire part of politics. Yep. There's I think the argument for that, and I'm not saying I agree with this, is that like, who decides what's ethical? But that's like some ancient Greek philosophy shit that I'm not qualified to discuss. I think what's ethical is what's is going to better the lives, but then the opinion of what betters someone's life, which shouldn't be a difference, ends up being. I think I like to hope that I'm relatively clear that I'm on the side of people and what's going to help people, which you can interpret however you like, but there's a reason that I put that my stream is safe for different individuals. As much as I claim that I don't like people, or that I have extreme social anxiety to the point where it's difficult to talk to even people I'm close with, I am always on the side of people, and humans, and the betterment of life for everybody. And groups that wish to make an other of people are antithetical to that, weirdly. But anyway, yeah. Probably see the Minecraft movie because I don't think it looks as bad as people say. I don't know, man. As a side note, ethicals are easy to get consistent quiz for ethic class. That's fair. First one, as long as they're reasonable. I don't really go for topic human rights. Human rights, that's the thing. Human rights is a big thing. I'm seeing you slightly uncomfortable. It's mostly I just don't want to make other people uncomfortable. And inevitably, my own frustrations will, I think, make for a poorer viewing experience. I used to watch everything MCU up until Loki, then all the characters I grew up on were gone, so I haven't watched anything else. I've watched a little bit of it. Oh, that's a bad timing on my part for that hydrate. Give me half a second here so I can get the rest of this rim job done. Okay. Sorry, I said rim job. Something all this weekend all I did with my mom came back. It was just yap to her. Hell yeah. Alright, I'm gonna take that hydrate here. Everybody, take a sip. Thank you, God King Pool. Ooh. I haven't drank my paint water yet, Pan, but thank you for the reminder. The pan and some of the animals and don't look bad, but I still don't like it. That llama was horrifying from the first trailer. That thing was, not okay. I also kind of just, I mean, now granted I haven't seen the movie, of course, it's not out yet, but I kind of just dislike that you're like, it's like, oh, it's like a weird Jumanji ripoff almost, which is like, why is that the angle you're going with for this? But whatever. Whenever people spider anxiety isn't worst coming, so all one gas for, I know that's cool. All said and done. Yeah. I think it, looking off does kind of make sense. It's supposed to be jarring to people that go in there. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I just... Now it's like... I am at odds with myself at times with things like this. Because it's like, I look at the trailer for the Minecraft movie and go, this looks bad. But it's also a movie that is not made for me, an adult 30-something year old man. This is a family movie. So it has to be like, you know, it's something that kids are going to be more interested in seeing probably. Now, I also am in the camp of make good movies for kids. Just because something is for kids doesn't mean it needs to be dog water. But I don't know. I just think it just doesn't look good. I'm not on board with like the weird Jumanji, what have you, seemingly plot. I'm not on board with I don't know, there's just a lot that I look at and go, this just doesn't look... It doesn't look good. And maybe it's less that it doesn't look good, and maybe it's just more, it looks like it's very much not for me. And I accept that. I accept that. Not everything has to be to my tastes. And that's fine. I feel like a Robinson Crusoe sort of film would have been fun with Jack Black. No, that's fair. Oh, got my thumb started locking there. At least we're getting Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. Is Guillermo del Toro doing a Frankenstein? Because that's pretty rad. I have never read nor watched anything that's like directly Frankenstein, unless we're counting like Hotel Transylvania or like Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman in it. Because remember, Frankenstein was in that. Anything that like Frankenstein is referenced in, I've seen. But, not everything, obviously, but like, I've seen Frankenstein referenced in things, but like, actual Frankenstein proper, haven't read it. I haven't done anything. I haven't done it with, like, Dracula either, though, in all fairness. I feel like I've been painting this one skeleton for about 14 years, by the way. This is why it takes me so freaking long to get through my pile of shame. Oh, okay. Well, the shield's done. Kind of. Not really. The original Frankenstein by Mary Shelley is great. I've heard it's good. I heard it's a classic. I mean, it's a classic for a reason, right? Yeah, I just haven't. Which, again, given my interests, you'd think it would have been all about reading original Frankenstein and Dracula and whatnot, but I just didn't. No, I was also very bad at reading consistently over the course of my life, but it never really interested me that much. Like, I like the concept of things, and then I just never did. I was busy playing my Call of Duties and my other video games, which I think probably speaks more about me as a person than anything. Which of course it does. It's me telling you something that I didn't do, or that I was doing instead of reading growing up. And now here I am, painting plastic skeletons. Elf Meditation's gonna not play for me in half a second here. Alright, I'll let you go. Keep your secrets. There we go. Alright. But thank you. I have something in the background. Otherwise, I'm going to lose my mind. Need to have something in the background. No. My goodness gracious me. Okay. Let's make in there. Make in here. There's times like this where I really consider doing sub-assemblies. These like nooks and crannies I gotta get into. And it's like, if I painted this on its own and then super glued this together instead of using the plastic glue, it'd be so much easier. And then I inevitably don't do that, and then have the thought later while I'm painting the annoying parts again. You know, I think I've landed on I just like having this elf meditation music, again by Kevin MacLeod, going, as opposed to the lo-fi music that I was using before for the Reclusian. To me, there's something nicer about it. I don't know what it is, but I think I like having this going more than I did that other music. Also, this music allows me for clipping if I so choose, if something happens that is worth clipping. And I don't have to worry about the music on other platforms like TikTok or Blue Sky or whatnot. But even outside of that, I'm just liking it more. I'm just liking having this music going. I feel like it's more the vibe that I want. Unless I'm like, when I'm painting minis in my own time, I just have whatever going on in the background. I usually just find some YouTube something and I just pull it up, or like I'll pull it, like I have an anime running that I don't really care about like watching per se, like Black Clover or something. Have that running on in the background while I'm painting. And I really, this is what I prefer, I guess. I don't know if it's like the mental stimulation of that type of content, or that type of whatever it ended up, like whatever the appropriate word would be. But I rarely have, like, just music playing. Even, like, way back when I played, like, just Call of Duty and Halo and whatnot on the Xbox, I would have, like, my laptop open, and I would have a YouTube video playing, usually like Achievement Hunter, Game Grumps or something. High school would have been a lot of Achievement Hunter, though. Achievement Hunter and Rooster Teeth, for that matter. Just feel like having them on in the background. Something. Why do I play an army that has these tiny little bastards? Not that I really dislike painting them, because it's just kind of like they're so like whatever that they don't have to look amazing. Good enough is really the end goal on skeletons, in my opinion. As opposed to, like, you know, more elite armies where it's like, oh, every guy, every model should look pretty good. You know, you field 60 skeletons, it's like, who gives a shit? Like, are they painted? Great. If I were to eventually get into, like, zombies for the Gravelords, that's, like, just all contrast paint. I'm gonna give zero shits with those ones. It's gonna be like, alright, what's a greenish contrast paint that looks okay? It looks like rotting flesh. Alright. Or decaying flesh, we're taking that one. And every zombie's gonna be that. And then their clothes are gonna be just different browns and blacks and grays and shit, and I'm not gonna give a single fuck about them. Watching Bay Tiny Details reminds me when I had to make Monster High doll clothes for an assignment. I hated every second of it. Goodness gracious. I've seen obviously, like, I've seen Monster High characters. That sounds like a nightmare. Nicky, hello! As we can see here in the wild, we are witnessing the humble yet goofy skeleton's natural habitat, what we call it Scullius Utuberos, as it paints for survival and views. Hello, Nicky. Hope you're having a lovely time of day, whatever time it be for you. I'm not gonna get where I want to be tonight. And that's okay. It's okay to feel sad sometimes. Why did that one skeleton take me so long to do? Why? Who's texting me? They weren't the Star Monster High. It was the scale. Ah, gotcha. Yeah? Doing doll clothes seems like a nightmare. My wife was briefly, when she was younger, before I met her, into, what are they, Asian Voltoid dolls? And so, like, she has this, like, she was a part of that, that group of hobbyists for a little bit of time when she was younger. And the amount of dedication with those is just insane, from the things she's told me. It's like, that's a lot. But the one thing that she, like, apparently, like, there's two camps with Asian ball jointed dolls. There's the one camp where you get the perfect doll, you get them the perfect hair, the perfect clothes, the perfect eyes, everything, and then you, like, lock them away. You put them in a dark closet where they, like, the sunlight never touches them, and so they can't degrade, I guess. Like, they can't be... They won't get discolored because of the exposure to sunlight. And then there's another camp of people who do all these like photo shoots, they take them outside, and they do all these different things. My wife and her friend were more into that side of things. And just learning about that is just like, wow, it goes back to that thing. I think I've talked about this on the stream before. Maybe I haven't. I don't know. Where like there are hobbyists and groups of people whom I have zero knowledge of, and recognizing that is kind of a weird feeling. In that, like, unless I had met my wife, I don't think I would have ever learned about Asian ball jointed dolls. That's just something that I would have never heard of or thought to know about. And it makes me think, like, it makes me get, like, weirdly existential in that, like, what are some things that I am never going to even have an inkling about? Like, and it's very much kind of in the line of thinking of, like, you don't know what you don't know. But to that degree of, there are groups of people out there, there are fandoms and hobbyists out there that I might not even think to consider exists, let alone begin to do research into or look into even offhandedly. There are hobbies or other groups of, like, people out there who engage in, I guess in hobbies is the closest thing I can think of, that I might just never know about. And maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's a weird thought. My assignment was about making modern design inspired the 10s and 40s, aka the World Wars. Oh, gotcha. That's kind of interesting. Like, I guess envisioning what that would look like. It's interesting. I kind of like that. It's a fun idea. For, horrible time periods. Okay. Maybe I'll be able to get the second coat on the other two skeletons I didn't do tonight. Wouldn't that be rad? Wouldn't that just be peachy keen? Wouldn't that just be tubular? I'm sorry. Is my outdated slang doing anything for you? Because it's doing something for me. What else has been going on? Trying to think, honestly. So they have to go a long day tomorrow. See, have a good one, Maniacs. Thanks for stopping by. Take care of yourself. Have a good one. Good luck with your long day tomorrow. I'm gonna be honest, I don't got a lot going on in my life right now. Like, I'm getting into Blood Bowl. Maybe joining a league here soon. I went with a buddy of mine to our local game store, and we were kind of talking about stuff, and it sounded like he was mildly interested in it, even though he's not a board gamer, let alone a tabletop war gamer. But we were talking about stuff, and like he's super into football. We were at my local game store, one, because he collects Pokemon cards, but like, he's a hardcore Pokemon card collector. Like going for like master sets in different things. Which a master set, I think, is you get every card in a set alongside every variant of every card. But he's like super into it. So we were down at the local game shop because he was looking at Pokemon cards. But we got to just talking about with one of the guys there about Blood Bowl. And he sounded like weirdly more interested than I expected him to be. And so it kind of just devolved into, or not devolved, but it kind of turned into this like, I mean, do you want to join this league? Like we can see about getting into it, like, you know, trying it out. And he sounded a bit into it. I need to tell him, like, so I did get the main set if you want to try and join this league. So that's partially why I got into Blood Bowl, but also because I just like games. Like, I do kind of end up getting stuck in games at times, and you know, finances is a big reason for it, but like I still play primarily Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. I haven't really played any new or other systems that much. I'd like to, but having the time to learn new systems and everything is a problem. Albert, thanks for contributing to Guildboard. That's Frontline. Always appreciate it. And then convincing people to try a new system after they've already learned one is difficult. But so then I just end up finding new games going, man, that looks cool! And getting more into that game than I should. Sports Science Total, they were inspired by 1910 cyclists, Warner's 1910s U.S. military, and 1940s Hugo Boss German uniforms. Oh, interesting. Man, that's cool. Like, just the creativity that goes into that. But yeah, it's like that's pretty much why I've gotten into Blood Bowl. There's this really cool team called the Necromantic Horrors, and they're called necromantic, but like they've got like, they're called golems, which has its own issues, but golem has kind of been co-opted a lot. But they're basically like Frankenstein creatures, along with like zombies and ghouls. And then they have these things that are called wraiths, but they're basically just like bedsheet ghosts, and they're so cute, and they're so funny. And then you have werewolves, which, you know, isn't really necromantic, but sure, I'll allow it. But they're so cool. Like, I love their models. They're like really Halloween-y themed. Like the official paint schemes that GW has for them, they're very Halloween inspired from the looks of it, which is kind of the idea that I'm just gonna kind of run with that. I'm changing the color scheme a little bit more to be a little bit more like purple and green instead of black and orange, because I think that fits better as a sport team color scheme. I'm still going to incorporate black and orange. I need to get these models first of all, because I just have the base box right now, the starter box. Please paint evenly, idiot. But yeah, like that's the team I want to get into, because they're just such a fun theme for a team. And also, it's like I said, it's Halloween, and I love Halloween, and I love me some ghosts and goblins. Well, not goblins, some ghosts and zombies and werewolves and Frankenstein creatures. It's just a good time. And that said, this league is starting up soon-ish, so having the time to learn the game, put together a whole team, paint it, and everything is daunting. Because I think they're doing a different league right now, that's gonna run for a few weeks, but then they're gonna start like this new league. But I don't know when exactly that's going to be. Really, that's like the only real update on things that have been going on over on my end of things. Like I said, been watching To Your Eternity. It's been good. It's been very sad, but it's been good. I'm enjoying it. Thus far, I will probably continue to enjoy it and continue to be very sad by things. To Your Eternity was one that I didn't really have intentions to watch because I knew it was really sad, but when my wife was on her work trip, like, I was watching Solo Leveling and I decided this is good enough that I think you should watch this. I don't mind rewatching it and rewatching like the first season so you can kind of be where you need to be to watch it. We got caught up and now we're watching it week by week. But she was like, "You showed me Solo Leveling, I want to show you To Your Eternity." I was like, "All right, you know what? That's fair." And it's been very good. It's been very sad, but it has been very good. It's been very interesting, as far as like how the world building, like from a world building perspective, it's very interesting. It's like it's got a lot of very like it's very low magic, but the magic that's involved is like very high magic. Like it's very mystical, very magical. But there's not a lot of it. But I think my greatest fear was kind of confirmed with To Your Eternity, in that it... I guess, like, mild spoilers for anyone who's interested in watching it. It does kind of boil down to, in like, oh yeah, the main character goes to a place, meets some people, learns some things, and then some of the people they meet die. Like, and it's gonna be really sad, and it's gonna bum you out. And that's kind of just been the pattern. We're only like maybe 15 episodes in so far. But that has been a fairly consistent pattern. And so I'm just like, is this just gonna be the whole series? Is it just kind of like a Bummer the anime? And I think I already know the answer to that, and I think it's yes. But now I'm committed because it is good, and so I want to keep watching it, even though it's gonna probably just continue to be very upsetting. Inside rim of this shield painted, related most of the outer rim. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be a pain, but this is the life I lead, playing this army. Can't even freaking see down there. You know what? Good enough. That's how I paint my minis. If I reach good enough stage, then we are A-OK. That's all I'm looking for. I'm under no illusion that I am a good miniature painter. I pride myself on that. I am taking the time to even paint, to put paint on these things. Because putting paint on minis, as Eons of Battle puts it, is hard. And any step you make is a good step. Asked your teacher earlier today about where's my certificate. Explain why I was late by 1 hour, and he said, "Oh, it's the first day of class." I appreciate a chill teacher like that. I appreciate that. But hey, good on you for being diligent about it. I knew plenty of kids when I was in my post-secondary school days that were just like, yeah, fuck it. Because I was that kid. Often. I didn't start out that way. I had a lot of anxiety about, like, being a good student and making sure that I was, you know, that I was doing well and all that good stuff. But I think that stemmed from the fact that I was a quote-unquote smart kid in high school. Once I went to college, it was like, oh, I'm not the smart kid. I'm a very average kid. Which you'd think would have been devastating, but was actually very freeing. I didn't have to maintain, like, I still maintained my grades. Like, I didn't, like, super slack off or anything like that. I still went to school. I still did my homework. I still did all this stuff, and I still worried about passing and failing and everything. It wasn't like I completely gave up. But I guess the pressure of, like, I have to be the top. I have to be the smart kid. I have to be the smart one. I got over it. And like I said, it was very, very freeing. I never really felt like I was under a ton of pressure when I was in high school. But I think because of that, I didn't realize the amount of pressure I did have on myself. But yeah, anyway, we're her favorite class because she can gossip with us while other classes just get there, do the assignment, and leave. Ah, gotcha. Through her, that none of the teachers have a permanent contract. Ooh. Interesting. I always appreciated those teachers. Here's the thing, though. I appreciated the teachers that were very, like, candid and, like, not like, I'm a professor, you have to listen to me, or like we're borderline predators. Because even in college, you know, they're still there. But there's a vibe when it's like a teacher is trying too hard to be that, yeah. I mean, there's a reason like this trope exists in media, right? The whole, like, the teachers trying to act a little too cool. Like, they're like, yeah, I get on with the kids. Like, I'm cool, I'm hip, I'll gossip with yous. But the teachers that were legitimately like, man, can we just vibe today? Can we just hang out? Just hanging out and just chatting and bullshit and stuff. Focano? Hello, welcome to the stream. Hoping I get lovely whatever time of day be for you. We're painting skellies. You can't see it because my webcam won't ever focus on them, but we're painting skeletons. It's taken me a while because I'm the world's slowest mini painter, but you know, most of our teachers understand we might become coworkers. They're pretty chill. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't think I ever had that relationship with any of my professors, but I was also a theater major, so I think we all understood that we were probably all going to be working retail. It's like we were gonna work with our professors and anything. We weren't, you know, colleagues in a field. Part of AOS Army, it is. I'm slowly working my way through my Sigmar pile of shame. These are my last primed models, though. Well, AOS models. I still have a pile of guard that I need to paint for my 40k army. But I haven't primed. I'm out of black primer, so I can't do the zenithal I want to do on these to keep them with the same relative color scheme with each other. I need to get much more black primer. I suppose I could just take some black paint and like paint them down and then use the white paint I have to do the zenithal. If I really was in a bind. But I don't have any other of my Sigmar, any of my Gravelord models primed. That's actually never mind. That also isn't true. I do have my Incarnate of Gur, my Kronspine, that I need to finish painting as well. Okay. Goodness gracious. These details, there's too many freaking details on this. Any interest? Any old world interest? Not overwhelmingly. For a couple of reasons. The thing is, I started to try and get into Warhammer years ago before Sigmar was a thing, and then I didn't have the money to do it back then, and so it kind of fell off because I did have an interest way back then when it was still Warhammer Fantasy, before Age of Sigmar, and I know Old World is like kinda just Warhammer Fantasy Redux. So I guess there's a mild passing interest there, but I think I have other games that I'm more interested in ahead of that. So like Age of Sigmar is my main Warhammer game. I haven't played any 40k, even though I've been into it longer. Like I've had an interest in 40k for much longer than Sigmar. But I also do have the Marvel Crisis Protocol starter box, because that game looks fun as hell. And then I also have, I just bought the Blood Bowl starter box, because that game also looks fun as hell. And then of course, I haven't gotten anything from it yet, but being a longtime Lord of the Rings fan, I am interested in the Lord of the Rings tabletop game. I haven't gotten anything for it yet, but the temptation is always there. That said, the Rohirrim box isn't as good as the Osgiliath box, and so I'm less tempted to get it now, because the Osgiliath box was rad, and now the War of the Rohirrim box is like, you give me hardly anything from this. Thanks, James Workshop. Okay. Blood Bowl is classic, yeah. It's good. I'm excited for it. I have like 11 of the models built so far. Got to more, but fuck it, we paint, hell yeah. How many skeleton figures you got? 40 Death Rattles and 10 Graveguard, but 20 of those Death Rattle skeletons are painted and done. Well, they're not done. I still need to varnish them. It's been like a year and I still haven't varnished them, and it's not ideal. And then the Graveguard are also painted, and they're just different, older skeletons. That said, I am hoping to get the new Barrow Kingdoms box when it comes out, which is just more skeletons. So I will have more skeletons, or hopefully I'll have more skeletons in the near future. Because they look rad. They look super cool. And yeah, that's really all I have to say on that. Oh, also, I just realized I lied again about how I don't have any other primed models. My zombie dragon is primed and partially painted. Though I feel less inclined to finish painting the zombie dragon, since it kind of sounds like it's going away. But that's no excuse, because I can just rebase it. I haven't actually done any basing on it yet, so it's actually kind of perfect for me. I can just cut out the base and put it on the larger 160mm instead of the 130 it's currently on. This means nothing to anybody who doesn't give a shit about Age of Sigmar, but yeah, it's like they're potentially getting rid of a model in place of having a cooler, bigger model on a bigger base. But I can just use the one that I currently have and probably cut it out. But I have to buy the bigger base, of course, but I can just cut it out, put it on there, and be good to go. And then I can finish painting it. Because I haven't done that yet. You know, complaining about how my Iron Warriors was really smelly last week, I haven't noticed it that much this week. I just caught a whiff, which made me think about it. But, yeah, weirdly, not that bad. What am I doing? I guess I'm gonna do this bracer. My lack of attention span finally caught up when I was painting a mini, which is like I'm doing one thing. I'm painting a mini. I'm not even like, it's like I'm playing a video game with different side quests. I'm just sitting here painting. And in that painting, I had to stop and go, wait, what am I doing? Again, you all get a demonstration of why I have a pile of shame. Since I have really, or I'm really only going to get paint on 2 models. Like, I went through the models I had and put the wildwood on them, and that took a little bit of time. But it didn't take that much time. The actual work of putting on this paint has taken me nearly an hour and a half. It's 2 skeletons. This is why I have a pile of shame. Excuse me, I hit my mic with my headphones because I'm really leaning in for this. I'm also trying to like make sure you can still see the skeleton. Otherwise I'm gonna like pull it up in my face and you won't be able to see it. Let me get in there. If I could just get in there. I feel like I'm insane. Like this shouldn't take me this long, right? Like and yet try as I might, the process doesn't get any faster. And like I'm not that beat up about it. It's more just annoying that it's like I have so many other things that I want to build and paint, but then the dread sits in of like I'm gonna have to paint this, and it's gonna take me literal weeks to paint this. Not because I'm like hard up on time, Like, that's certainly part of it. Like, I don't have all day to dedicate to painting. But I'll look at, like, other people and it's like, oh yeah, I knocked this out in, like, an hour. And I'm like, how? You painted 4 Dark Angels in an hour, 2 hours? It takes me 2 hours to do the first thin coat on 2 skeletons. It's just, how? And like, the fact of the matter is, like I said, I've had problems with comparing myself to others in the past. So, and I like to hope that I've moved beyond that a little bit. But it's still, I would be lying if I say it's not a little frustrating to have to sit here and be like, it's gonna take me 2 hours. I'm gonna get barely 1 coat done on these skeletons, and that's just where I'm gonna land, apparently. My painting skills are going to mean I take forever to do. For, like, not even that fancy a work, if I'm quite honest. Like, this is pretty bog standard. This is pretty basic shit I'm doing here. So, I don't know. Like, you're painting tiny things in Knockwurst, that kind of adds to the slowness. You're also reading chat and thinking about things to talk about. I mean, yeah. Streaming inevitably always makes things weirder. Like, playing a game versus streaming a game are 2 very different things, and I think that does apply, so that's a fair point. But it's still just like, come on, man. Get good. Think about starting a new project. Starting a new project? Yeah, exactly, Foketo. It's... And the thing is, like... I like painting. I do like painting. It's not that I dislike painting. This isn't like, I don't actively dread, like, oh, I have to paint my models now. Ugh. But it is, like... It is, if objectively speaking, my least favorite part of hobbying, I guess, or of playing Warhammer. Again, it's still very fun. It's like favorite, and then, like, yeah, if I had to pick one that I dislike the most, because I don't even dislike it, I still like doing it because it's fun to watch the colors get put on here and see it come to life. And thinking about color schemes and how you want to paint them, it's all really cool and very fun. And then actively doing it and seeing it come together is super, super cool. But my favorite part is the part that ends the quickest. I just like building the models. I just like putting them together. And then I like playing the game. It's just, I don't know, I'm very tactile, I guess, when it comes to that. I just like putting them together. It's fun, it's relaxing, it's soothing. Painting is a level of stress. Again, I like painting. I do like painting my models. I just wish that I were... maybe not even better, just faster. If I maintained my level of skill, but I painted my army faster, I'd be okay with that. I don't need to be better. I just want to be faster. I know there are methods of going through this, and like I'm doing the idiot run where I'm painting like with a base on a bunch of little skeletons that really don't need this much time and attention and effort. I could be doing all contrast all the time. I really don't want to get more paint. We're getting close to the end of the stream. I really don't want to pull more paint out of that pot for these last graves, but I really might get like another thing of another scoop. But like even the Reclusian, who was like a model you would want to put a little bit more effort into, because again, the Stormcast are a bit more of an elite army. Just took me for fucking ever. Oh, that's great, more paint. I was hoping I wouldn't have to. But I think I got around a little bit more. Gunpla Builder Chat Games Workshop. Yeah. I've never been that big into Gunpla. I don't think I've ever actually put together a Gunpla. I had a friend, or I have a friend who is super into Gunpla. I don't know if he still is. You know, aside from like Sky, whom I know is also into Gunpla and whatnot. But, you know, like I like Legos and shit, and just putting them together, building them. It's always a good time. And so, like, my favorite part of putting together a Warhammer army is also the part that stops the quickest. Now, that said, I'm also slow as shit about putting models together. We were watching To Your Eternity for a couple hours, like, between dinner and then after taking our dog out for a walk. I think I put together four models in 2 hours. My wife is much faster than I am, but I'm also very anal about, like, mold lines and where, like, the sprue gets cut off. I like to make sure that they're, like, as flush as I can. I look for the mold lines and I, like, scrape them off with an X-Acto knife, which an X-Acto knife is also not a good tool to use for this. I don't recommend it, but it's what I have right now. My wife does. She, like, goes and looks at it and she scrapes off, like, where she snips it, but she doesn't, like, she, like, runs it over for mold lines and then she's good to go. But I'm like, no, it has to be perfect. I'm like, like, shaving it off, basically. But even to that point, I've seen loads of other people who are like, yeah, you look for mold lines, scrape it off with a hobby knife, and then, yeah, and then I built a whole box in, like, you know, a couple hours. I'm like, I built 4 models in 2 hours. What is wrong with me? As much as I claim reaching good enough is what I strive for, I think, unfortunately, my perfectionist tendencies hold me back sometimes. A lot of times. Often times. Having to get under here is obnoxious. But I do it because I love you, skeletons. My little bony boys who get obliterated on the table in the first turn. You don't stand a chance. Something looks at you funny and you die. But that's okay. That's okay, my little idiots. Okay. I got the base on 2 of them done. I want to branch out and try some more complicated models of building as your favorite part. You should have a fancy scale tank model or something. I have a beginner's Queen Anne's Revenge that my wife got me not too long ago that I've been meaning to put together and I just haven't yet. But yeah, I just haven't done it yet. I still need to get, like, Rogel Dorns and Lehman Russes and shit for my guard army. But that's, like, a whole other thing entirely. I have aspirations of one day owning an Octoblade, the Bane Blade, but you have it built in such a way that you can magnetize it and have it be each of the different iterations of the Bane Blade. Alright, I think I'm calling it there. I don't think I can make much more progress on these, because I'm otherwise going to get lost in the sauce once again. Alright. So everyone has their first coat, which really is a fine goal to hit. Does mean they require more work, but these 4 now having their first coat of Iron Warriors on them, and these 6 over here, I need to do the second coat of Iron Warriors on them. I'm thinking I'm gonna only do the second coat on like the bigger parts of the models. So like the helmets, the breastplate, the shoulder pads, the bracers, and the greaves. I think I'm gonna just say fuck it on the shields, and I'm gonna say it's good enough, even with just one coat on them, because that detail is obnoxious. Things like also like the swords, also I should say, put the second coat on them. Just these big flat parts where you're gonna see whether or not there's enough coverage on it. Then when that's done, some of them have, like, you might be able to see it a bit easier in here. This white here, it's sort of like, it's hard to see, because there's a lot of bright shit, and my camera loves to focus on that. Get out of here. Is it gonna do it? No, it's not gonna do it. Of course it won't. There we go. You can kind of see like that sort of like chain looking texture on the back of the helmet there. I'm going to paint that in Runelord Brass just to give it a little bit more variation to the coloring. Then when that's done, I think I'm going to take some a lighter silver color on the front edge of the blade. Just give it a little bit more contrast. Then once that's done, we null and oil the whole thing, and then I'll decide if I want to do highlighting. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I care enough on skeletons to do highlighting. Then all that remains would be the base, which I think I need to get more sterling mud. I think I'm out, and I don't have texture paste put together. And then that's a whole thing. And then the skellies are done. But in all reality, I think I'm going to do another painting stream on Thursday. Actually, wait, I think these have their second coat on them. I think I did that already. I think I put the second coat on these guys. Shit, now I don't remember. Though that said, actually, it does look like I missed a spot on this dude here that I wanted to. I think. Here's you're my horn blower. You can be fancy. Actually done the second coat on these guys. It might just be these four that don't have their second coat. now I'm like taking a closer look because I don't know. I don't remember, because I have the memory of a goldfish. Shit. Alright, I know for a fact these four don't. But these ones look like they have some pretty good coverage on them. Maybe not? There's parts here that look like maybe I didn't, but then there's also parts that, yeah, that's definitely covered. Shit. The next question is, how much do I care if there's only one coat on these ones? That's the next question. get to watch the VOD to make sure. You know what, Pan? That's completely fair. Those 6 might have had their second codes done. These 6 here, I know these 4 do not for sure. But I think I'm gonna have to look back at the VOD and be like, did I do 2 codes on this one? Because if I didn't, then that means I have 10 skeletons that I need to put a second coat on. But in all honesty, I think, like, I was just, as much as I said I might do these streams until I finish these skeletons, I don't think I want to dedicate like a whole month to this, and that's how long it's going to take with how long so we do two skeletons tonight. Yeah, I think what that's going to do, I'm going to do another painting stream on Thursday just to vibe, but I think I'm going to play something else. Otherwise, I'm just going to become a painting channel, which as much as I would love to do that, there are too many other things that I want to do as well. I have to clean out this brush. So yeah, I will be doing another painting stream on Thursday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Doing some more of these skellies here. Just second coats at this point. Either on those remaining 4 or on all of them. If I forgot that I didn't do them on there. But you know what? As much as I hate to admit it, like, red on these guys looks really fucking good. My first batch of skeletons, I did them with a sort of like grayish blue color. And, because I was like, I want it to be a little bit different. I'm gonna do this dark iron color. Still the same dark iron color. Iron Warriors. But then I did Space Wolves Gray, a contrast on as their like the cloth and everything here. And it looks good. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I do still like it. I like the blue kind of thing. And my original box is like all very blue themed. But I also did it because I was like, oh, they do red all the time. Like that's like the main color for the Gravelords. I want to do something different. I want them to be blue. And now that I put red on them, I go, fuck, they look really good in red. Shit. That's not good. I like them in red. They look really cool. But I still like the blue. But I like the red, and I hate to admit that Games Workshop is right in that they look really good in red. So this is the red regiment. We'll be fighting along the blue regiment. Yeah, I'm just gonna live with that. There will be a green and a yellow at some point, probably. Maybe if I want more skeletons. But we'll see how that ends up going. Crap, remember you said you were playing... I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna yap for a few minutes while we wind out the clock. Wind down the clock. I remember you said you were playing Monster Hunter Wilds. Have you been enjoying it so far? I have. I have issues with it. Like... one, the heavy bowgun feels real bad, which is supremely disappointing. I'm not really jazzed that a weapon that I'm usually a really big fan of does not feel good in Wilds. I also am not really feeling the story. Like I'm a little ways into it now. I think I'm like hunter rank. I'm not that high. I'm not even in the high rank stuff yet. I think I'm like hunter rank 5 or something like that. I'm not in the chapter 3 yet. But I just don't care about like anybody involved in the story. Like I don't care about what's happening in the story. The story doesn't grip me. It's not as engaging to me or like make as much sense story-wise as like World did. And so I'm just like, in that respect, I'm not enjoying it as much. The game itself is very fun. It's Monster Hunter. I really like World. It plays a lot like World. Short of the heavy bowgun feeling kind of like butt, which makes me sad. But I'm enjoying it otherwise. I'm just like going through and I'm trying to like listen and like watch the cutscenes and be like, yeah, this is a good, like, you know, it's Monster Hunter. I want to sit and enjoy it. I don't want to like skip the cutscenes or anything like that. But as I'm sitting through, I'm going like, man, I don't care about anything that's going on in this. Maybe it was the straightforwardness of World's story, where I was like, yep, you're here with a survey corps, and you're coming here because there's these big fuck-off dragons that are weird, and we're studying them, and they might cause a huge calamity back home. So you're studying them, and you're gonna figure what's going on, like what's weird and what's happening, and how we can prevent a disaster from happening with this. And that was more engaging, and it made more sense when I was like, we're gonna send you to a new area, and every time you fought a new monster, this time it's like, yeah, we're gonna take you on rails to this new area, and we're gonna exposition at you. And then there's a monster, and it doesn't feel as good story-wise as World did, but I think also it's because World wasn't like that heavy into the story, in my opinion. Like, there was a story, and you played through the campaign, and it was fine, it was good, but the story itself lended into like, you're exploring a new area. We're looking for these big monsters, and we're gonna cross other big monsters, or they're smaller big monsters, and that's great. That's a good time. Like the reason for you being there and for fighting all the different, like finding and discovering the different types of monsters and researching them made more sense. It just flowed better. Whereas this one being like, we're solving an ancient mystery, and we're bringing this kid back home, and there's all these other weird things going on with the energy of the world, and related to this ancient civilization and everything. And I'm just like, I just don't care. Like, point me in the direction of the monster. There we go. That's good enough for me. That's the point of Monster Hunter, just go kill big monster, craft armors and guns to kill bigger monsters. The story isn't extra. Yeah, it's just that World's story was very much like more in tune with that idea of like, you are here to hunt the big monsters, and we're gonna give you a story, but that's just to guide you to the point where you can then go and do the big hunts. Whereas this one's like, we want you to care about this story, we want you to care about Nata, we want you to care about the keepers and this ancient civilization, the lore we're building. And I'm like, I just don't, man. And it makes me feel bad because it's like, I wish I enjoyed this more. I also I do feel like I agree with, there were some complaints about it where they felt the bird, dinosaur, lizard things that you ride around on kind of railroad you. Because even in World, people complain about the scout flies, which, fair, but the scout flies just like helped you, like guide you to like, oh, you found the tracks, here's the next hint. Like it connected the dots for you. Everything with the Sacreds being like, you find the tracks, we're gonna take you straight to the monster. There's no exploration. There's no, and like it takes away resource gathering as well. So like I have a hard time going and finding like bone piles and mining outcrops and things like that. And you can use your little fucking grapple hook thing to grab like, you know, like herbs and honey and mushrooms and all the little bit like gribblies you can grab. But I'm missing out on getting ore and bones and like, I just missed that, even that tiny element of actually feeling like I'm tracking and hunting a monster. I go and I find one hint, my sacred will take me the rest of the way. That's just what it is. And a lot of the times, like right now going through the story, you're locked on to your sacred. Because it's like, oh, we're going to throw exposition at you. You're going to listen to us while we tell you the story that's happening. Great. Thanks, I guess. And then of course it's all capped off by my beloved heavy bow gun is just, it's a piercing ammo gun is what it is. It doesn't do anything else. What is its purpose? It shoots piercing ammo. It feels bad. I've heard the light bow gun's not much better though. But as I'm playing more and more, I'm like, maybe my old trusty longsword looks a bit better. I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. I just have a lot of issues with it, I guess. Especially compared to World, which I loved World. World was so much fun and so good. My first Monster Hunter game, mind you. I didn't play Rise, didn't play Generations. I didn't play any of the in-between games. In all fairness, I'm not a Monster Hunter fan, But since Wilds is more or less a sequel to World, and I enjoyed World as much as I did, Wilds is a bit of a letdown compared to that. That's just my opinion. But the food, though, the food looked better in World. I do like that the food that you can put that you can cook in Wilds, like you do see the extra the extra ingredients that you add onto it. So like if you have like, oh yeah, it's a fish, but you put mushrooms on it, or like you add the additional mushroom ingredients or the additional honey or whatever, they'll like drizzle it on, and it does customize it to that degree. I think that's really cool. But yeah, good. Even though it's my favorite, it's good. It's good. World was a lot of fun. I played a lot of World back in the day. Not as much as I would have liked, because I don't think I ever even reached Hunter rank 100, but I think I got into like the 70s and 80s. I played a lot of World. At one point, I played World on PS4. I wanted to platinum World, which is a mistake, because you have to get like all the large monsters, the tiny monsters. It's a lot, and it's all RNG. It's all RNG. And it was, brutal platinum trophy, and I didn't do it because I didn't have the time. Who has that kind of time? But anyway, the long and short of it is, I am liking Wilds. I wish it was, I wish there was something that were changed about it. I wish the story was better, but that's just like my opinion, man. All right, Twitch is in an ad, but I'm gonna start looking for seeing if anybody to raid while I kind of get to clean up a little bit here, because it is late and I need to get to bed. I've gotten like maybe 6 hours of sleep the last couple of nights, so I need to fix my sleep schedule to a certain degree. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep suffering. But thanks so much for hanging out with me, everybody. Thanks for vibing with me while I rambled on about stuff, while I painted my tiny skellimens. Let me see who's doing what. Hezekiah is playing Halo. I haven't rated Hezekiah before, but I haven't really talked to Hezekiah either since we did the lockdown collab a few months back. Maybe we'll raid Hezekiah for some Halo Master Chief Collection goodness. Assuming Hezekiah is still going to be live in the next 3 minutes. Let me double check. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, they're still playing. They think they're playing. Is this 3? Looks like Reach. This looks like Reach. We're gonna raid Hezekiah here. Do our normal Bone Brigade message here. Nothing there. Hello, nothing there. I'm just wrapping up. But welcome. Hope you're having a lovely, whatever time of day it be for you. But we're gonna raid Hezekiah Mata over on Twitch. I played Lockdown Protocol with Hez a few months back. Seems like a chill individual. Go support them. They're playing the Master Chief Collection. Looks like they're playing Halo Reach right now. But yeah, go support Hez, and I'll be back on Thursday with another painting stream. Doing a bit more on the skellies, and then Saturday I'll be playing Graveyard Keeper, 2 p.m. Eastern time. But Twitch, have a good one, take care of yourselves, thanks for stopping by, and yeah, hope to see you next time. Bye, Twitch! Alrighty, YouTube. I've got nothing else for you. Other than the same stuff, I'm back Thursday evening, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time, painting up some more skellies, doing a bit more work on them. Probably not finishing them, but I'll do a bit more work and we're just gonna vibe. And then Saturday, I'm back at 2 p.m. Eastern time with more Graveyard Keeper for the first time in like a month. So yeah, I'm going to. Is there anybody live over here? Redirect maybe? Nope. I'm just gonna send you my regular chat because I haven't set up the stream for Thursday because I wasn't sure if I was gonna be done with Skellies or not. But yeah, YouTube, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for chatting, and I'll see you next time. Bye, YouTube. Bye bye.